Alright, welcome back guys, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be doing my trailer breakdown for The Walking Dead Season 10 trailer. Now this will probably be part 1 of a few videos, so definitely stay tuned if you're interested in this type of video. I can never get them done in just one because there's so much to dive into, but if you're interested in The Walking Dead, definitely hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That would miss any more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. Now we start the trailer off with a view of the ocean and some waves, and you can hear a walker growling. And that's very interesting. We know that the first half from the shots we see earlier has a lot to do with Oceanside, so there could be some symmetry there, or whatever you call it, or symbolic reason for them to open it up with the ocean. But that's pretty cool because I really want to see more Oceanside. Oceanside has been very ignored in the TV show and the comics, so I want to see more of that, especially in this season. So I really hope we get more of that. Then we get the AMC logo with the waves, and then we jump forward and you got 6 people on horseback riding through an open plains. Now, on first watch, I thought this was the highwaymen, but if you look closely, they aren't wearing hats. And I think the person all the way to the second to the right is Michonne, and then the person next to her is Aaron, and I think the people on the left to him are Yumiko, and you got, I think, Magna there too, and then the 2 people all the way at the ends, I don't know who they are, but I think that's them going to Oceanside. If you watched the trailer earlier, you see 2 people that wear similar colored clothing to the ones that I think are Magna and Yumiko, and I think that there's 6 here, and when they get to the Oceanside scene, which I'll talk about in another video or later, is that there are 6 people riding horseback there, so I think this is them going to Oceanside and meeting with them. Then you got a pic here of Alpha, and to the all the way back right you can see Beta, and on the left back all the way you can see a group of Whispers, and I think this is Alpha, and you can hear even talk about how there's one law and not to cross the border. Now in the next shot here we got a shot of Daryl and Michonne. Now, I think this is just both at the same scene, just taken at different angles. Now, from what we heard from early reports, is there's going to be like this Cold War setting. Now, I'm a huge history fan, so knowing of what the Cold War did, it's like kind of like a chess game where our group will do this to try to keep peace. Magna will say that was an attack on her, or Alpha will say that was an attack on her, try to push for war and stuff like that. So I think our group is meeting with Alpha and her people, saying, look, we're following your rules, we did nothing wrong, and they're trying to like negotiate some kind of maybe peace, trying to talk her out of going to war. I don't think we're going to get right into the Whisper War like this trailer is talking about. I think we're going to get into something else first. I don't know what, but I think there's going to be some kind of something else that's they're not showing us in the trailer. But I do not believe we're getting right into the Whisper War right when Season 10 kicks off. I think that'll happen in the back half of Season 10. And I think they're showing a lot of these action scenes to mislead people and hype people up for Season 10. Our next shot here is of 2 survivors, and now from what I've heard is the guy is Dante and the girl next to him is a new character named Margot. Now that's very interesting. And now we got them working on some kind of, I think they're maybe making whisper masks. You can see they got some kind of cloth, and it looks like they got 2 eye holes poked out. So maybe they're doing the comic story arc where maybe they make their own masks, or maybe they captured a whisperer or killed one and they got one of their masks, examining it, maybe preparing for war. I don't know. That's a very interesting shot there, especially with what we know that's coming from the comics. But I don't think we're getting into the Whisper War just yet, but they could be preparing maybe, and that's what this shot is showing, them preparing. Then we got a shot of Michonne, and she's got a pair of binoculars looking out. Now, I'm predicting right now she's just on lookout. She takes them down and she has this concerned look on her face. Now, I know people could say, well, the Whispers could be there or something. I just think maybe she just spots something that could be trouble. Maybe she sees a large group of walkers or something. I don't think anything's going to come of the scene. I think it's just her just on the lookout and kind of just, doing her job as the lookout. I don't think there's much else to analyze there. Just simply her being on lookout. Then you got a shot of Negan, and you got a voiceover of him talking about comparing the Whispers to the Boogeyman, and how they creeped out of the closet and everybody's got their shit and pants back on. No, I like that. Not much to predict there. The thing I'm predicting right there maybe is that they did something to scare and try to get a rise out of our people and try to freak them out. I don't think they're gonna actually like attack or do anything, but I think they might do something similar, not like the heads on pike thing, but I think they might do something where they try to scare our people and try to get them to freak out and try to mistrust our group of survivors. Then we got a shot here of Eugene, and he runs into the room, and it's the radio from what we saw, I think, last season. And I think this is when he hears someone on the radio, possibly Stephanie and the Commonwealth. And he runs in and he's trying to work it out. It's not much to go off of there, just that I think it's him making contact with the Commonwealth. We know it's going to be a huge story arc, probably coming in season 11. That's my prediction. But I think that's what he's doing in this pick right here. Then we got a shot of Rosita holding her baby. So we know we got confirmation that she has her baby either during a time skip, or what I'm predicting is she has her baby in the season 10 premiere. I think she'll give birth in the season 10 premiere, and this is her, a little bit after the fact, holding her baby. Not much to go off there. Just knowing the fact that she actually has given birth, and that she's probably... They did the time skip, probably one reason to get her back into the action, so she wasn't just sidelined during the Whisper War. I think that's another reason why they did the time jump, is to not sideline her during the Whisper War. That's one of my biggest predictions right here. Next, we got a shot of Luke, and I'm predicting right here, he's just on the lookout. There's not much really going on here in this pick to predict much else. He's just standing around. I think he's just on the lookout. It looks like maybe the Oceanside background, although it could really be anywhere, but something about it just reminds me of like a beach background, so I think he's at the Oceanside and on the lookout. That's my main prediction right there. Nothing really else to go off of, just in this pick right alone. Then we got a shot of Judith holding what looks to be a Whisper mask. Now, what I said about Dante and Margot maybe goes along with what Judith is doing, and maybe she's helping them or also making a Whisper mask or something. I don't know. This is very weird, because Judith being involved seems weird. I get Carl was involved during the All-Out War story arc, but Judith is a lot younger than he was, so I don't know why they would put her with them in the Whisper War, especially Michonne. I would never, for some reason, after losing Rick, I would never see her allowing Judith to fight in the Whisper War with how dangerous the Whispers are. I just don't see it. And that's why another reason I don't think the first half is going to be the Whisper War, because a lot of the fighting and confrontation scenes you see are with Judith, and I'm like, there's no way she's going to be putting Judith in the front lines or battling the Whispers in any way whatsoever. So that's just my prediction right there, is that it's just her maybe helping them prepare for the Whisper War. Then you got a shot of Carol in a room or dark room, and from what I've heard, that the person in the background is Henry. And I think people are saying that she's being haunted by Henry. That would make sense. I think even Melissa McBride said that. So maybe this is one of those moments where she's seeing Henry and being haunted by like his death and everything. I think that'd be an interesting story arc to see play out with the character and everything she's been through. And going into this new story arc with how she's grieving could be an interesting way to go about it, with Henry haunting her. I think that'd be an interesting story arc to see played out. And that's something I actually would be interested in seeing played out in this upcoming season. Then you got a shot of Sadiq. I think it looks like Sadiq, and he's kind of freaking out. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that it's him, like, attacking people or doing something because he's a mole for the Whispers. I don't think so. If you go back to what they've said about the upcoming season, it said that our survivors are going to be dealing with PTSD, so maybe he's having a moment where he's struggling with the PTSD. That's my prediction. I don't think he's, like, attacking or going crazy at our group. I think he's just in the moment struggling with the PTSD of what happened to him at the end of last season. Next, we got a shot of Michonne and Aaron. Now, I think this is at Oceanside. They might have just arrived and they're discussing what's going on. I think there was a voiceover or whatever while they're standing there, but I forget what it is right now. It could have something to do with that, but I think it's just them discussing. I think she might have said something about how we can't let fear rule us, so maybe that has something to do with that, and maybe Aaron is scared or something, so she's trying to talk to him about, don't let your fear consume you or they will win or something like that. I don't know, not much to go off of there. Then you got a shot of, I think it's Daryl or someone, I don't think it's Daryl actually, I think it's someone spray painting Silence the Whispers. Now we get another shot of this on a door, and I think this is Alexandria in both shots, and I think it's just scared townspeople just trying to like make a ruckus and cause like civil unrest amongst the people who are just scared and unsure of what to do now after the events of last season. So I think it's just scared people trying to make a point or something, or trying to rebel maybe. I don't know. Not much really else to go off of there, just simple things. I think there was a comic cover similar to this, but I forget which number it was, so they might be drawing some similarities to that cover. But other than that, I'm not very sure about what they're doing here. Then we got a shot here of Lydia training with a stick similar to Henry's. So I'm assuming maybe after the death of Henry, Lydia maybe takes on his beliefs or something like that and wants to honor what he was doing and decides to take on like the Aikido lifestyle or something like that. I don't know. But I think that's pretty cool if that is the case, like her carrying on what Henry was doing in her own way. That'd be pretty cool. I know people will argue that everybody that has done that has died pretty much, but I don't think so. I think it is safe, but I think this is still a very cool looking shot. Then you got a shot of Rosita, and I think that's Eugene maybe in the background, and they're looking concerned, at least Rosita is, and I think this might just be maybe them bringing back the news of what's going on. Like I said, maybe they come back from negotiating with Alpha and it didn't go too well. And so maybe some people are scared. Never mind, that's Sadiq. I'm sorry. I think that's Sadiq and maybe Eugene in the background. But I think that they're just concerned and nervous about what to do now. And they're scared given the news that Michonne and Daryl report back to them. Not much else to go off of there. Then you got a shot of Negan outside of his cell talking to Lydia. Now, in the trailer, he says, "Watch your back, kid." Now, a lot of people think maybe that he's saying, people don't trust you. So it could be that. I'm not sure. It'd be interesting to see these two, seeing how they were both on the antagonists in a way and on the former enemies, and how both people might be dealing with the issue of people not trusting them. So maybe she finds an ally within Negan in that way. I don't know. I think that's a very interesting idea, and I think that'd be an interesting thing to explore with Lydia in season 10 moving forward. Then you got a shot of, I think it's Lydia, or maybe it's Rosita, I can't tell, but I think it's Lydia running away from Daryl. Maybe she's decided to go help out the people fighting or whatever, and Daryl's trying to protect her and wants her to stay there. I can't tell really who it is. As you know, my eyes are very bad. If you've been here a while, I have bad eyes, so I can't always tell who's who. I think it's Lydia, but I can't honestly tell. But not much else to go off of there. If it is Lydia, I'm going to say he's just trying to protect her and make her not go out there and fight in a war because he's just worried about her own safety. That's my prediction for that right there. Then we got a shot of Daryl and Negan talking to each other. Now, Daryl says that they've never been in a room together, toe-to-toe, and where they could both stand their ground. So my opinion is maybe this is Daryl meeting Negan in his cell for the first time in years, and he's just getting his aggression. We do see a scene where Daryl's fighting someone. Now, my prediction there is either he's fighting Negan, or this is a scene from the comic where someone attacked Rick and he bites their neck out. Maybe that's what they're drawing from with that, where it's Daryl instead of Rick in the scene. I'm not sure, but I'm interested to see what goes on here. If these two characters fight, what goes on there. I think it's not going to be like Daryl trying to kill him. I just think it's just him getting out his aggression towards Negan. That's just my prediction there. So yeah, guys, that's part 1 of my Walking Dead Season 10 trailer breakdown video. Stay tuned. Part 2 will be out as soon as possible. So definitely, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That would miss any Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and share. And you can go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which I have linked in the About page of my YouTube channel. So you can go follow me there if you want to as well. As always, it's been Vision here with Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.